Today I'm going to go over how to do 8 angle pose or Astavakrasana. There's a few things to get into 8 angle pose that we're going to go over today. The first being hip flexion. So as you can see here, the hip has to be flexed back in order to get the knee over the shoulder. Then we're going to work on arm strength to lift the seat off. You have to squeeze the upper arm and then bend through the elbows. So you also need quite a bit of core and arm strength to be able to hold this pose. First, we want to work on the hip flexion. So starting in a low lunge and taking the hands to the inside of the foot. You want to squeeze the knee in towards the rib cage here. And if you need to, placing both hands on a block. And be sure to hold for 3 to 5 breaths. Now to progress this pose, you can go down to the forearms or elbows. And as you can see here, the knee is actually sitting above the shoulder. So when you get into 8 angle pose, that knee goes behind the shoulder and it goes up to the shoulder or tricep area. The next thing we're going to work on is lifting the hips off the ground. So you can not use blocks or you can use blocks. Blocks make it a little bit easier. So taking the blocks right next to the seat, you're going to cross at the ankles and then you're going to lift the seat up. You keep the feet on the floor at first in order to start gaining that strength. Trying to hold as you push for 5 seconds. And as you progress and get stronger, try to take the feet off the ground, keeping the knees close to the chest. And then the next thing we want to work on is the strength in the arms. So a good way to start is to start in a low plank and starting on your knees. So on your knees, you're going to go down to a low plank here and hold. So squeezing the arms towards the rib cage. Trying to hold that low plank for 5 seconds and do a few rounds of these. Now, when you're ready, you can progress without the knees and holding for 5 seconds. And then putting everything together to get into 8 angle pose, take the knee behind the shoulder as close to the tricep armpit as you can. Interlock the feet, lift the seat off the ground, squeeze the upper arm, and drop into chaturanga arms. Be sure to like, comment, or subscribe below.